Artlist.io.
Hello my lovely creatures, you all are welcome back to our channel. How are you all doing? I hope everybody's keeping safe. For me, I'm doing fine, thank you. If you're new here or you're passing by or somehow you are coming across this video, my humble self is RosesGlam, and on today's video, without taking so much of your time, I am going to show you all how I achieved this fall look. It's so simple, it's so easy, it's a makeup that you can rock at any time, party, wherever you're going to, dinner, dates. So I am going to show you all how I achieve it. And if you think this is the kind of video you want to watch, if you think you want to know how all these things come about, how I put everything together, stay put, don't go away. But before we go into that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, why don't you consider clicking on that subscription button right down there, click, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to notify you each time I post a new video. So let's jump into that. So lovelies, I have done my eyebrow already. I did it off camera, and if you really want to see how I achieve my eyebrow, I have already 2 videos on how to go about the eyebrow. Okay, if you really want to see them, the link is up there. Please do visit and watch them. I'm sure you'll grab 1 or 2 things from it. So after then, I go ahead to prime my eyelid, which is very important whenever you're making up, priming the eyelid, before you go ahead to put whatever, either base or whatever you want to use on that. It's very important. After priming my eyelid, I go ahead to use the concealer to conceal it, and blend it off, okay, before I go ahead to put any color of eyeshadow. In this video, I'm not going to be mentioning names, like I said concealer, whatever thing I use, I'm going to leave it at the description box, but I'm not going to leave any link, just the products and where I use them in case you want to try them on. Okay, so when I'm done with that, I'm going to use this Juvia's, particularly one of them, Juvia the Warrior 2. That's what I'm going to use to start off with. So I go ahead to use Nude as my base, the shade there, throw it at the outer corners of my eye and below the crease area, gently blend it in and making sure that I achieve the smoothness. And when I'm done with that, I move on to Kufuru and Wazana. I mix those 2 together, and when I found out that it's not giving me the kind of darkish brown that I want, I go ahead to use more of Wazana to darken the outer corner of the eye, making sure that it's well blended. Is the magic, well blend, and gently bring it in a little. So after this, I go ahead to making sure that everything is well blended before I go ahead to use any other shade.
The sun is shining 24/7, 'cause when we're together it feels like we're in heaven. If it will get dark, you'll be my million stars. I know I can lean on you. Oh, you catch me like a leaf falling from a tree. If I be a shooting star, you.
So when I'm done blending of the Kufuru, Wazana and Nude, I make sure that it's well blended. I move on to a shade called Jamata. I use that one. I throw it at the middle of my eyelid. Don't mind me talking, I have a guest and we're just talking, gisting, a very important issue So I go ahead to use that Jamata to place at the middle of the eyelid and go ahead to blend it off, making sure that it's well blended before any other thing. And like I said earlier, I will show you one part and do one part off camera so that we can save time. Most important thing here is that when you are doing this, make sure that you take your time to blend. And when I'm done with that, I go ahead to use a fresh brush that doesn't have any other color. As you can see, I didn't really brush it. I just press, making sure that it's well balanced, or let me not use the word balance, is well press to your eye. It's not falling, although the eyeshadow is a very quality one. The shade doesn't fall and stuff like that. So that was what I did. And when I'm done making sure that everything is done, I go ahead to use a very soft fluffy brush to brush it, making sure that nothing is going off. It has come to stay. So when I'm done with that, don't mind me, when I'm done with that, I go ahead to use a concealer that I used initially, use it to apply it towards the tear dot of my eye. It's not this time around I'm not taking it inside. As you can see, I have another shade at the middle, so I don't want to really take this inside. Sometimes you can as well take it inside, but this time I just want to have those 3 shades. So when I'm done, I move on to the Juvia Warrior. First one, I use the shade called Ahusi because it's very light, it's very bright. So that was what I used at the tear dot there, making sure I press it. I did not really brush from the start because I have that tacky concealer there. So what I did, I go ahead to press it inside using a very tiny brush that will not mess up the area. I gently press it, and when I'm done pressing it, I go ahead to use the brush that I used to throw in the shade before, because there are particles of the lighter shade going around the dark reddish area. So I go ahead to use that brush to brush it off, making sure that the 2 shades are so different, but you can see the transition between the lighter shade to the Jamata. So when I'm done, I go ahead to use this glitter shade called Bakwa. Let me not bite my tongue today, guys, forgive me. I go ahead to use it to as you can see under my eyebrow, I use it to go around there. And when I'm done, towards my my tear dot, no, my waterline, sorry, I go ahead to use this Shawata because it's a darker shade in it. I go ahead to use that as my eyelid. I didn't use any eye pencil. I go ahead to use that as my eyeliner. Blah, blah. Sorry, I use it, and when I'm done with that, I go ahead to use Jamata as well to go below it, so that it will give you that it will give you that shade, bringing up the upper side of the eyelid and the downwards of the your eye, your water area, bring the colors together so that they'll kind of look evenly. So when I'm done with that, I go ahead, as usual, you all know, if you've not gotten this, you are on a long thing. So I go ahead to use this my eyeliner slash glue, lash glue. That was what I used as my eyeliner, and at the same time I use it as my lash glue. So if you really want to get it, is on my website. The link is going to be at the description box. Just take your time, guys. Take your time, babes. Where are you? Take your time, go to my website, just sweep through it. You definitely find what you love there. So that was how I got my lashes fixed. And then when I'm done, I go ahead to use baby wipes to wipe off my face, making sure that there is nothing on the face. Obviously, the palette, that's so wonderful. They are not falling. They are so highly pigmented. So when I'm done with that, I go ahead to use this face cream. Is Herbalife. If you want to know about it, I'm I'm everywhere, all weather. So if you want to know about the products, just contact me. I'm going to give you a hint about them. They are very good. So I use it as my face cream, to moisturize my face. And when I'm done with moisturizing the face, I go ahead to use the primer to prime my face. And afterwards, when the face is all set, prep, I go ahead to use this foundation that's, since I started using it, I'm so addicted to it because it conceals. I never use corrector since I've started using this concealer, because it's correct and it gives you that shade, a full coverage. So that was what I used. Like I said, I'm going to leave everything at the description box in case you want to get it. So when I'm done blending it using my beauty blender to blend everything inside, I go ahead to use this concealer again. To use it, normally this is a bit thick, though you can as well get the light one, but the ones I have is a bit thick, so it takes time to blend. So when you put it, make sure that you blend it off immediately. So that was what I did. When I'm done blending it off, let me give you these tips. When you are using your foundation, corrector, highlighter, if there are liquid, if they are liquid, when you finish putting it and before you go ahead to put any other powder thing on your face, make sure that you mattify that face using a translucent powder or whatever to mattify the face before you go ahead to put any other thing. So that was exactly what I did, and when I'm done with that, I go ahead to use the setting powder to set the face, and further go ahead to use the contour to contour my nose, the forehead, under chin, and all that. And when I'm done with that, I go ahead to kind of use powder brush to gently, I didn't apply first, I just go ahead gently take out the colors, making sure that everything comes together.
With you, the sun is shining 24/7. Cause when we're together, it feels like we're in heaven. If it will get dark, you'll be my million stars. I know I can lean on you. Ooh, you catch me like a leaf falling from a tree. If I'll be a shooting star, you make a wish. No, I don't fake this kind of feeling, never felt so real. My heart is on the table cause you're my everything. I do, I wanna marry you. Cause when you're around, I know it's true. The way you make me feel is so good, baby. So good, so good. Every single day we spend apart, I wanna be with you.
So when I'm done using the brush powder to brush everything off, getting every item I use seamlessly even, I go ahead to use this small brush to highlight the face. Okay, highlighting the necessary area, above, a little bit above the cheekbone, your forehead, your chin, your T-zone and all that. So when I'm done with that, I go ahead to make sure that they were all blended before I can go ahead to throw in the cheek powder. It gives it a little bit of color. Your face will not be just neutral just like that. So I go ahead to I apply the cheek powder, and when I'm done with the cheek powder, I go ahead to use a powder brush to take powder a bit to bring everything together. And when I'm done, I go over to my lip. This lip liner and lipstick is from RosesGlam. It's so amazing, guys. If you've not, guys, ladies, because there are some guys also that use this stuff. If you've not purchased any of our products to try them, you don't know what you are missing. Just visit our websites. Like I said, the link is at the description box. Visit, just take a look, get one or two things. A trial will convince you. I'm telling you the truth. So when I'm done lining the lip, I go ahead to use the mattified lipstick to go through it. As you can see, it's dope, it's beautiful, it's flawless. So this is how I go about the face, to bring everything together. So just what do you all think?
I'm your sweetie pie, wearing your favorite shirt.
So my lovely creatures, we have come to the end of this makeup tutorial. What do you all think about this? How do you see the color? How do you see the vibes? Everything. If you find this video interesting, if you like it, do give it a fat thumb up. And if you've not subscribed to our channel, consider hitting on that subscription button right down there. Subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to notify you each time I post a new video. Thank you so much for being with me, and thank you so much for my new subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are so awesome. I love you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much once again, and I will catch you up in my next video. Don't forget, RosesGlam loves you all. Bye.